Oh my. Have you heard about Norwegian Cruise Line's Viva? NCL's newest ship? Oh my, are they talking?
Patrick M., he didn't like that the pools closed at 7 p.m. Where Jeff S., he hated the constant vibration. And he said that this ship swayed more than any ship he's ever been on. Vicky D didn't like that the gift shops weren't open. Where Shauna hated that the kids club didn't open till 7 p.m. Tony hated the layout of the ship. She thought it was choppy. So is it all negative? Let's talk about it. Oh, and don't forget to boop that like button. Norwegian Cruise Line's Viva is making waves with some mixed reviews lately as I've been scouring through tons of feedback from regular cruisers in various Facebook groups. I've uncovered the top loves and complaints about this cruise ship. Hey, it's Thia from Traveling with Thia. With over 33 cruises under my belt, I finally decided to give Norwegian a shot. And let me tell you, it was quite the adventure. Today, I'm spilling the tea on the top 5 things my fellow passengers absolutely adored and downright despised about our cruise on board Norwegian's Viva. So grab a seat and get ready for the inside scoop. But before we get into the juicy details, a quick heads up. Stick around till the end of the video or you might miss out on a chance to win a free Disney cruise. Yep, you heard me right. So let's start with number 5, user-friendliness. A lot of my fellow cruisers were over the moon about how easy boarding was. I mean, we were staying in the Haven and they had this special interest just for us. It made getting on the ship a piece of cake. But you know what? Everyone thought it was easy. And as it turns out, disembarkation was just as easy. It was the cherry on top of a sundae. Speaking of which, I gotta tell you about something that happened the week before. We were at the same port on a Royal Caribbean ship, and let me tell you, getting off the ship was a whole different story. They didn't have that cool facial recognition thing that Norwegian had, and boy, did it slow things down. It was like watching paint dry. All right, let's talk about something that really got under people's skin. Sea days. We were on the 7-night cruise in the Southern Caribbean, and let me tell you, there was just not enough sea days for folks to really enjoy this ship. It's like having a delicious cake, but not enough time to savor it. And here's another thing that bugged us. The lack of stores on board. They were doing some kind of makeover while we were cruising, which meant they were changing things up left and right. Now, that's all well and good. But nobody likes feeling like they're living in a construction zone while they're trying to relax. Am I right? Okay, moving on to number 4, Norwegian Viva's entertainment. Now, this one was a mixed bag. Some folks absolutely loved the origami tutorial, and the comedians had people splitting sides with laughter. But then there were those who weren't too keen on Beetlejuice or the lack of live music on the Lido deck. Seems like there were mixed reviews all around, especially when it came to the evening entertainment lineup, or the lack thereof. Coming in at a hot number 3, the crew. Here's where the Viva really shone. I didn't hear a single bad word about the crew. They were top notch. But, and it's a big but, there were some grumbles about the constant upselling. Everything cost extra. And the kids club opening a tad too late for some parents' liking. Oh, and don't get me started on the lack of coffee makers in the room. I mean, come on. Who wants to stumble around in the morning without their caffeine fix? Now, let's talk about everybody's favorite topic. Number 2 on Norwegian's Viva list is all about the grub. And let me tell you, the Viva delivered. From the gourmet delights in the Haven, mouth-watering Mexican cuisine at Los Lobos, passengers were in culinary heaven. People raved about most all the venues, from the Indulge Food Hall to Hudson's. Everything was a big hit, but, and this is another big but, there were grumbles about the lack of 24-hour dining options. I mean, who doesn't crave a midnight snack now and then? And finally, drum roll please, number 1, the Viva's venue. People really loved all the venues on Deck 8, from the infinity pools on either side of the deck, to the wonderful bar at the back of the boat, to all the seating areas. It was so much fun, and Deck 18 was a blast, from the bumper cars to all the board games to darts. It was a great place. There was so much to do. But as you know, there's always going to be a but. Some venues left a bit to be desired. Sid Norman's Poorhouse and the Improv Comedy Club were popular picks, but the size of the comedy club had folks feeling like sardines in a can. And don't get me started on the atrium. Let's just say it didn't exactly scream wow factor. They also didn't love the lack of a promenade, which is the heart of any ship. Now, want to know how you can win a Disney cruise? It's super easy. Just go to my website. I'll leave a link below and you'll see a pop-up window that says you could win 2 magical Disney vacations in one. Just fill out your information and you'll be entered to win. There's no need to buy anything and the rules are on the site. Good luck in the contest and happy cruising.